Hi Pisces, I'm Sunny. I hope you're doing well. This message is for some of you for mid-November. We're going to go for the 11th to the 21st. And since we're already well into that timeline, you definitely know if this message is for you or for fellow Pisces, you know. And if you do know who I'm talking about, feel free to share it with them. Like it for them. All that's appreciated. So let's see, Pisces. Strongest message to help you. Okay. Whatever decision this is, you stand on it. It feels like that mutable, watery flow is not called for in this situation. It feels like someone here definitely has a decision they have to, or at least know there's no going back on. Whether someone here, I feel, made that decision on their own, or even if the choice of a reconciliation or a compromise or agreement is off the table. See? Definitely a sense of done. No way there's something abundant coming out of this, or whether even willing to invest and see. I think someone came to that decision, that untold story or unlimited possibilities scenarios out the window. Yeah, somebody definitely is hurt on how something ended. Yeah, very much in their feelings, but don't want to talk, don't want to hear nothing they have to say. I feel like, yeah, without a doubt, despite being in this pain, you know, these sleepless nights is not going to be forever, but dang, does it hurt like a son of a bench? Yes, yes, very much so. But it's clear the cut need to be made once and for all. You see everything that you need to regards to someone, even if someone was trying not to take ownership or ignore it. It can't be at this time. Because even if someone is not willing to acknowledge whatever was done, they will in time, just from you healing and not being stuck in whatever repetitive, stressful, it feels like situation. Let me let this segment pass and get my thoughts together as well, because that ain't helping. It looks like when someone here was willing to work with this past person who felt like it was a waste of time and money, and feel like somebody say in my brain cells, because talking to like a wall when it comes down to common sense, because someone was so much in their feelings. And it's clear when it comes up to a loving, happy family, not it being perfect, but the genuine feelings of it being this community, this tribe. There's no way that if someone should feel like all their life they gotta fight to stay in an understanding and a respect, because it feels like this defensive energy. And I see this Pisces, this high priestess, being quiet but watching everything. And even if whoever's having a lack of accountability, it is temporary, because it won't be able to be ignored or denied anymore. Okay, so yeah, Somebody here is very just not happy with all the third party and interference and people in your business. It's just too much going on. That was making things difficult for this family dynamic. It was wearing you thin. Like, OMG. But even when I see this justice here, I totally feel like it wasn't meant to be in a partnership that wasn't making adjustments. It's like, there's no way that this was supposed to be okay in a relationship for somebody to accept whatever these terms was. And can I tell you what the terms? A whole already explorer, someone for the streets, someone that always attention shifts to what turns them on. And what's got you locked in, but really have your heart pumping, is stability, trust, and the stuff that you know that is fair, balanced. But out all the, there's a lot of people that got an opinion about a relationship. And I believe that someone know why they got so comfortable, because there always was people in your business from the beginning of this relationship. I feel like there was always third parties, partying. Yeah. But somebody is more or less letting that go. Saying, you know, this is not the way I'm supposed to be all my life, but accepting these type of partnerships. I see there's a change. And it's like it's gearing up on a lot of things. It's gearing up on somebody closing the cycles of the toxic past so they can have a clearer future. It's gearing up to where someone here is saying, I'm tired of losing sleep or losing my appetite or losing money. Major things. Okay? Somebody said, I'm ready for this big change, but it feels like because everything else was exhausted from trying to make things work in this relationship, with someone say, okay, all right, enough. Again, that's the only way someone here lets go, is if all doors, directions to make this reconciliation happen is shut down. Because I feel like someone is close, is feeling the shift that comes along with being around someone who's no good for them. And it feel like that change is about to happen. It's unfortunately, and that's what I was about to say before this card came out. Because I was about to say, when I was shuffling this cosmic insight, looking at this Two of Cups, Pisces, I don't know if this is you or who you're connected to, but the concurrent relationships, the ones that they just keep, there's no time out for yourself. OMG, this is why things have not reached its point to where somebody said enough is enough. See, emotional support, pet, or if you have one or you ain't get one, you might consider. Because even with this Mercury retrograde, somebody probably slipped, relapsed, and went back to some player, started, dating and trying to mingle, or instead of moving on and letting go, because it's just a honeymoon phase, Pisces, that someone is trying to lay on a love spell, lay it on thick, get somebody whipped. Oh, gee, I got in my feelings so early in the morning. So, Pisces, you know who this is. If it's for you, like the video, please. Take it kindly. Love and light. Laters.